And voila, we are back with a new video. So today this video is about making your mind up with your brand, with your clothing brand. So uh pretty much what I've seen on Instagram and what derails a lot of clothing brands that, the owners are trying to aspire to do good with their ideas is that they have too much ideas. They don't have a commonality with any of their pieces or any of their releases when they release, some clothing. It's all too broad. It's like that one video of Virgil. He was speaking about how you need to take three ideas and then build up from that. You can't have too much stuff going on. You know, your gimmick and theme is really important. So what you have to do if you're one of those, because mostly with creative people, the issue with creative people is that they have too much stuff going on in their head, and they just want to make everything that happens in their head. But that's hard for a brand because a brand has a theme and a gimmick. It sounds corporate for me to say that because from an artist perspective, it seems kind of weird to have a gimmick or a theme. But, this is honestly, it's a project. A clothing brand is a project. You can have a separate, account where you post your other clothing that strays away from your gimmick of your clothing brand, but your clothing brand has to have a theme, has to have, you know, a look to it. For example, opium. Any opium brand, it's pretty saturated nowadays, but opium, like their brand, you could tell. I mean, it's dark. It's draws early from early 2000s scene kids. That's their theme. That's their commonality. If you have an opium brand and then you release some gym wear, that's just gonna throw it off. You know, you cannot please everybody. So if you release a T-shirt and somebody comments, "Oh man, can you release something more slim fitted?" But you're a more generally, you know, bigger T-shirt producing person because you like to produce baggy clothes. That's the style of your brand. You must not by any means make a slimmer T-shirt because somebody told you they wanted a slimmer T-shirt. Your brand's idea is baggy. You got to stick to it because that's your brand. You cannot please everybody. And with that, you got to master that specific audience's niche. So let's say you're in the niche of, I have opium here again. But yeah, so if your style is more of the opium goth style, then you must master that niche. So look into what is considered, you gotta niche max. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just like post the most. You gotta be the brand that they think of when they think of that niche or theme. You gotta be the brand that pops up, is what I'm trying to say. Now, the main issue for why this occurs for creative people is that we consume too much content. So by content, I mean TikTok, Instagram. I mean, we see thousands of brands a month, new brands coming out with different styles and different themes. And we think, oh, wow, that's cool. That's a cool idea. Hey, maybe I should implement that in my brand. Hey, maybe that's going to make my brand blow up. And you introduce something to your brand that completely strays away from your overall idea of the brand. That's the issue with seeing too much content on the internet, you know? It's like when a comedian is trying to write like a page of jokes. Comedians cannot, and they cannot watch a comedy special beforehand because they're going to start ripping off the comedy special's jokes without even knowing. That's how easy this could happen to a creative person because we take inspiration from everything, which is why I advocate a creativity detox. No more TikTok, no more Reels, no more YouTube Shorts for at least I don't know, like 4 hours a day, just you and a piece of paper and a journal. Just journal out and draw what you want your brand to be. Because when you remove all the third party influence, you start to tap into what you really want to make and what drew you to having a clothing brand in the first place. You had the idea in your head, but you strayed away from it because of all the influence that you have garnered from TikTok and shit. And voila, that is my short video. I just wanted to let you guys know exactly because I've had this happen to me quite some times. It definitely prevented me from growing my brand because I spent maybe half a year just how do you say, like, in and out of what my brand was supposed to be. I kept I kept trying to make it something it wasn't, because at heart it was my original idea. But when you consume too much content and shit like that, you become weird. You become one of those weird brands. But yeah, so thanks for watching the video. Obviously, I don't have a script when I record these, which is why it sounds so natural and weird. Let me know if you guys like it. If you want me to write a script, let me know. But yeah, this is my idea for how you could better your brand's theme and idea. So let me know. Appreciate you.